Welcome to Crossroad Connection. We're reaching out to those who are in need, especially those who are in prison. And welcome to this very special program today. My name is David Schuring. I'm the president of Crossroad Bible Institute. And I have a special guest in the studio with me today is Martie Niekerk. And Martie is the director of CBI Canada. Welcome, Martie.
Thank you for having me today.
Well, we're delighted to have you here. And boy, folks, I think are pretty much aware that CBI is an international ministry. We have satellite campuses, we call them, in 20 countries. But what many of them probably are not aware of is that our very first CBI outside of the United States was in Canada.
Yes.
And developed in 1998. So it's been
That's
going
correct.
for quite a while now.
Yes.
And you have been a director for how long?
Just over a year and a half.
About
yeah.
a year and a half.
Yes.
And you've been the new enthusiastic director of CBI Canada. Is there a particular reason that you got interested in prison ministry?
I think it's just because His love is for everybody, and where you are limited to resources and access while you are incarcerated, then it is just really, there's such a need for people, and a lot of them has never heard about Christ, and it is just a wonderful opportunity for us as followers of Christ to bring God's love to people who are struggling with maybe forgiveness and just acceptance, and just for us to be able to minister to them.
So you see this as a needy population that the church needs to be reaching out to with the love of Christ.
Absolutely, absolutely. The need is so big. Yes.
What have you learned about prisons and prisoners in Canada? What's going on there? How many people are incarcerated in Canada? Do you know?
There's between 38 and 40,000 people incarcerated, and yes, of that, 39% of them are in the federal system.
39% federal.
Yes, and then around 26 are provincial, and then about 34 is on remand, and that. So there's a diverse. And just between federal and provincial, there's a huge difference. But, you know, that's the beauty about God's word. It doesn't matter where you're incarcerated. God is there, and that He will, His love is there for everybody. Yeah.
Now, it's my understanding that in the Canadian system, it's different in a bit because the chaplains have a lot to say about the religious programming. Am I correct?
Yes, very much.
Everything
so.
has to go through the chaplains?
Yes. The chaplains play a significant role in what programs are allowed, and just everything has to go through the chaplaincy office.
And what kind of reputation does CBI have in the prison system among the chaplains and the students?
Yeah. I think for the last few years, some of them knew a little bit about us, but in the last couple of months, we have been growing, and chaplains have become more aware of the program, which is very encouraging for us, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Are the number of incarcerated people in Canada growing? Is the number growing? Because we hear about Canada getting tough on crime these days.
Yes,
Now,
yeah.
I would have think that they would have looked at their neighbors south of the border and saw that doesn't necessarily solve all the problems.
Yeah.
But is that true? Are they getting tougher on crime? Are more people being incarcerated? Are sentences lengthening?
I think one thing is definitely the age is going down from younger and younger, and then also it has definitely reached a new high, the population of inmates. So yes, there is an increase, but a decrease in the average age of inmates.
Wow.
Yeah.
So more people incarcerated at a younger age.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that presents more challenges and opportunities for Crossroad Bible Institute there in Canada.
Yes, definitely.
Now, there's one particular part of the population that is unique to Canada, and also CBI Australia has the same thing, and that is the Aboriginal population. I think that consists of about 20% of the people incarcerated in
Yes,
Canada.
yes.
Can you tell us about the challenges of reaching the Aboriginals who are incarcerated?
Yes, there are challenges, but I also see it as wonderful opportunities because a lot of them are new to the faith. They have not been brought up with a Christian background or heard about Christ. So they have hard questions to ask, and which makes the CBI program wonderful because it opens the door for them and give them the opportunity to ask questions. And of course, then they the way they were brought up with just their culture is challenging, but also opens opportunities to ask questions and to bring Christ to them.
Is this similar for our U.S. listeners, viewers? Is this similar to the American Indian story, where this was a native population and they were displaced, or are there no similarities?
I'm not 100% sure as to how it relates, but I know there is a big need definitely for them, and that I don't know how much they were reached in the past, but definitely the message are being brought to them more and more, which is very encouraging, definitely.
You have found, or at least you're experimenting with, using, to start with them, the children's program, the Manga Messiah
Yes.
sort of cartoon style that we
Yeah,
have for kids. Has that been effective?
Oh, very, very effective. It is.
They like it, you can tell?
Oh, very much so. We hear testimonies over and over from them, just sharing how much they enjoy the course, and that it really brings the gospel in a way that they understand to them. It makes it easy enough, and it is a wonderful introduction for them to just learn about Christ and just the story of Christ, and then we encourage them to move on to the next course, the Great
Right.
Truth. So it's really just that first introduction.
It's
for
really
them.
introducing them to Jesus, huh?
Yes,
And
it is.
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. So, which is good.
The other side of the equation with CBI is that we engage the church, and the
Yeah.
church members become the instructors who correct the Bible study lessons, because you do it in Canada the same way it's done in the United States. Around
Yes.
the world, you train instructors from the church to correct the Bible study lessons, to return those corrected lessons with a letter of encouragement.
Yeah.
How's CBI strengthening the Canadian churches?
It's really wonderful to see because it is a discipleship course. It is really helping those people. Maybe we hear of so many students saying, "I had a little bit of church exposure or just reading the Bible when I was very young, but then they turned away from that, or it wasn't really deepened in their life." And now they are growing, and as they grow in their knowledge, they grow in their faith, and they become pioneers in their own communities, and just strengthening the church in the community that they live, and which is what church is all about, just growing and learning and strengthening together. Yeah.
So it sounds like you hear the same thing we hear in other places, that they start off thinking that they're helping out these poor prisoners, but then they realize how much their faith grows and how much
yes.
their faith is strengthened, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So it's not us reaching down to help these poor people,
No,
but
no.
equal image bearers of God, that they have gifts, they have things to teach us, and it's
yes.
a two-way street, huh?
Absolutely, and just how like you say, how they minister to us as well, and just sharing how God has been working in their lives, and just the amazing love of God, which is for everybody, and we're equal in God's sight. Yes.
Crossroad Bible Institute in Canada is partnering there with the Bible League of Canada.
Yes.
That seems to be a match made in heaven, a Bible distribution ministry, and a prison ministry.
Very much so.
And so anything you want to tell us about the Bible League of Canada?
Yes, I'm very thankful for that partnership because in order for us to do the Bible study courses and to offer it, definitely we need the Bibles, and that is where Bible League Canada comes in, because they provide scriptures, and then we bring the study lessons alongside, and which together makes a perfect discipleship program.
Well,
we're very thankful for that partnership.
Yeah, we've been very thankful for the partnership. I really appreciate your coming today to be here. It's been a joy and continues to be a joy to work with you. If people want to know more about Crossroad Canada, I guess they could start right at our website and go to the international page, and they can get over to the Bible League website and
Absolutely.
contact you if they like. So
They're very welcome.
if they want to find more, and also if there are people in Canada who would like to be part of CBI Canada, they can contact you and become instructors, correct?
I'm excited to hear
Yes.
from them. Yes.
And if there are Canadians who have people who are friends or family incarcerated, if they contact you, you can get enrollment form to them and help their loved ones, correct?
Oh, we will be happy to. Yes.
All right.
That will be wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us, Martie, today.
Thank you for the opportunity. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
And thank you for being with us at Crossroad Connection. My name is David Schuringa, and we hope to see you again right here next week.